Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you like Gucci handbags, well, this just might be the video for you. Today, I'm going to do a review of two of my Gucci handbags, both of which are vintage, and I found them for a steal on eBay. Both of these bags are from the Accessories collection. The Accessories collection was launched in 1979, and these bags were sold throughout the 1980s. Unlike the Gucci Plus handbags, the Gucci Accessories collection was approved by the fashion house. So if you purchase one of these vintage handbags, you will have a true, authentic Gucci handbag. As you can see, both of these handbags are made out of canvas and they have the signature Gucci monogram print. This happens to be in the navy blue color. The trim is a leather trim, and this is a dark blue. It comes across almost like it's black, but in person you can see, even though it is very dark, it is a navy blue leather. Another interesting fact about this collection is the leather choice. This leather is a pigskin leather. So I did a little reading about that and found that pigskin leather is considered very durable and it can withstand a lot of wear and tear. It has a slightly unique look to it because it is a porous leather. Now, because it is porous, it is prone to absorbing moisture. So just something to be aware of. I have worn this when it's been raining outside. I don't see that there's been any damage whatsoever to the leather, but I'm good with all of my handbags. If they get wet, when I get home, I will dry them off. Another thing to be mindful of are the interiors of the accessory collection handbags. One of the complaints was the coating that they use on the interior of these bags. Over time, that interior would break down and become like a powder substance, and it would get on people's belongings. But there is a fix to that, and I've seen some videos of other women who've had these bags and they show how to clean the interior of the bag. And when I got these, this one here had already been cleaned, and so the blue coating was gone. This one does still have the blue coating, but it doesn't seem to be flaking off. So let's talk more specifically about each one of these bags. This is a crossbody bag. I've worn this at least a dozen times since I've received it. It holds all my essentials, gold hardware. There is a back pocket here, and I usually will slip my phone in there. For a bag of its age, the zippers work very nicely, and they also have the YKK zipper, which is something to look for. But yeah, the zippers still work very well. I'll try to get an up-close shot here of the inside of the tag. You can see it says Accessories Collection. The code is underneath that tag. And here I can show you the lining again, an up-close shot. The canvas is in pristine condition. When I first got this handbag, I did need to clean it. Cleaned up beautifully. I also conditioned the leather. The original strap on this bag is broken. So I found a crossbody strap on Amazon. Happy to provide a link to this in the description as well. Gold hardware. And so this is just a very practical bag, and it's been a great addition to my handbag collection. Let's take a look at this bag. This is like a little Boston handbag. You have the two handles here. I love this little detail here with the red and blue striping, very signature Gucci. There's two little rings on the side so you can hook a crossbody strap. I really do prefer that in handbags when you hook the strap to the ends it provides better balance to the bag than if you're hooking them along the straps. Obviously have the leather detailing along the sides here. And we'll see if you can see the porous sort of dimpling on the leather. Gives it just a little bit of texture. Again, the canvas on this, very substantial, excellent condition. This was pretty dirty when I got it. I mean, it had like brown spots up in through here, cleaned up beautifully. I don't see any stains at all that have been left behind. Again, the crossbody strap, the original one did not come with this handbag. I found this on Amazon, and actually this blue is a little bit darker than what's in the crossbody strap. So the match is a little bit better. It's not perfect, but it's functional. I'll show you the bottom of the bag. No feet on the bag, but I don't usually put my handbags on the floor. Nice solid zipper. All right, so let's take a look at the interior of this bag. So as you can see, that coating is still in there and it's blue. There is a zipper here in the back. So there's a back pocket. Here is the tag. Shows it's from the Accessories collection. This one still has the paper certificate. So back at that time, they used to put these certificates in there. A lot of the bags you'll find do not have this certificate because it is made out of paper. So it's a little bit flimsy. So if you are looking for one of these vintage bags and it does not have this certificate, that does not mean that it's not authentic. It's very possible and probably quite probable that the tag came off. And in fact, Gucci stopped putting these certificates on there for that very reason. But underneath the leather tab, you have the serial number. If you were interested in learning more about these serial numbers, I found an excellent article. I will link that article below if you are interested. So why would you get a vintage Gucci handbag? I think the first reason is quality. These handbags have withstood the test of time, and I think that is a testament to the quality materials and the workmanship that went into making these handbags. I think secondly is the price point. You can get a vintage Gucci handbag for much less money than the current handbags. I think a third reason is styling. Here we have a crossbody bag, and this is a Boston style handbag. Still very relevant and in style today. And in terms of the monogram print, I just think it's interesting that these bags are from the 1980s. I have here for comparison my 1955 Horsebit mini bag. It also has the identical monogram print on canvas as this bag from the 1980s. So again, I think there's a lot of good reasons why you would buy a vintage handbag over a new handbag. But what about cons? Are there some cons with going with vintage handbags? Yes, there are. I don't think that it's enough to dissuade from buying a vintage handbag, but I will mention a couple of things, and one I already did. So particularly in the accessories collection, be aware that the coating of the interior has been known to degrade over time and flake off. When you get vintage handbags, don't be surprised if they are dirty. So you are likely going to have to clean your vintage handbags, but if you take the time to do it, you will end up with a beautiful, clean, shiny, looking like new handbag. Odors in the interior. So both of these had a musty odor in the interior. This one not as bad as this one. So I cleaned both of these out, and I used, believe it or not, a rug cleaner, and that helped with the odor. I also had an area where I kept them outside, made sure they thoroughly dried on the inside. Another thing, the accessories. So this handbag didn't come with the strap at all. This came with the original strap, but it was broken. However, it can be rectified. I found two very reasonably priced handbag straps on Amazon. So those are just a few of the potential negatives of going with the vintage handbag. The last thing I'll mention, and that has to do with finding a legitimate seller on eBay. I will link both of these sellers below, but I think my best word of advice would be look at the reputation of the seller, read the reviews, become familiar with the handbags. I did some reading on the accessories collection, and if you still aren't sure, there are authentication services available. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know down below, and I'm happy to try to answer them. If you like these videos, please hit the like button, and of course I'd be thrilled if you would subscribe to my channel. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.